You know what? Kind of bored right now. Let's play some Mario Kart DS, shall we? Single player. The Grand Prix. 100cc for now. The boy Waluigi.
Let's go already.
Feel like the lightning.
No.
I never thought it was a good idea to add this into Mario Kart DS. So it's safe to say that while Mario Kart DS is a really great game, and in my opinion the best in the series, it's got some flaws. Yeah, the retro track selection is a bit garbage. I mean, who the hell decided for Choco Island 2 to be in? Let's be real now. And you know what? I'm gonna fix this. Because right now, it's fine. But I think we could do better than this. Come on, like... Yeah. And this is a great excuse for me to express how much I hate Choco Island 2. Respectfully, whoever added this, I hate you. So, let's start things off with the Shell Cup. Now, the Shell Cup itself is good to introduce the concept of retro tracks. Not really the best though, is it? Like Mario Circuit 1, Peach Circuit. Yeah, I think we can do better than this. So, starting off with the first track, I think it should definitely be Mario Circuit 1. Now, yeah, Mario Circuit 1 is very basic. Must keep in mind, however, this is the introduction to retro tracks, and introducing retro tracks. Mario Circuit 1 is the first ever track in Mario Kart history, so it makes sense why it's here. And my personal opinion, it's a great way of introducing the concept of retro tracks. Now, N64 Moo Moo Farm, I think we could probably replace with Luigi Raceway, as it was the first track of Mario Kart 64, and it's more interesting than Moo Moo Farm, in my opinion. I really liked it in 7. I think it's a great introductory course in 64, so along with the first course of Mario Kart in general, we should probably have the first course of 3D Mario Kart here as well. Now similarly to Moo Moo Farm, N64 Moo Moo Farm, Peach Circuit, GBA Peach Circuit, it is the first track of Super Circuit. We've already got like the most basic track as the first retro track, so I think we should just replace it with Shy Guy Beach, the second track of Super Circuit. In my opinion, it's way more interesting. Funny enough, I did like it in Wii. I didn't get behind its placement, but I did like it. It's simple enough to be a Shell Cup track, and it should probably be here instead of Peach Circuit, solely on the basis that we already have Mario Circuit 1. Why do we need another basic track? Now, GameCube Luigi Circuit. This one isn't a bad track in Mario Kart DS. Now, they did nerf it, but it is it's good in DS. But we already have Luigi Raceway, N64 Luigi Raceway. So it's hard. But you know what? I think we should replace it with Peach Beach. They are both basic enough to run on Mario Kart DS. Fine. And as much as I do like Luigi Raceway in DS, I think Peach Beach would be better, as it is the second course of Double Dash. This is the last course of the Shell Cup. I think it would work fine here. Now, the Banana Cup, I do have some issues with. Because it's the second retro cup, and Donut Plains 1. Whoops, I did not need to do that. But anyway, as I was saying, Donut Plains 1 is kind of basic. And Bowser Castle 2 here, in my opinion, Bowser Castle should be the final track before a Rainbow Road. I like that they did that in the 3D games. That's the one thing I don't like about the 2D games, is the fact that they've got Bowser Castles littered everywhere and it doesn't feel right. Because like, oh, Bowser's Castle, it's the calm before the storm, the last track before Rainbow Road. And then you just got it in the Banana Cup. And GameCube Baby Park. I have issues with GameCube Baby Park. Now, I really like GameCube Baby Park in Double. Now, Donut Plains 1, I personally find is a bit basic for a Banana Cup track. Yeah, it's more or less just like Mario Circuit 1 with more turns. So, I think we should replace it with Cooper Beach 1. Now, I know they already have a Cooper Beach 2, but I do kind of want to replace that as well with something else. So, why not have Cooper Beach 1 in here? It's still quite challenging as well with the water. It's not a full track, it's an archipelago where there's a lot of water. And I think that would be a great concept for a Banana Cup track, rather than Donut Plains 1. It's just too basic, and I think Cooper Beach 1 is a great replacement for it. Now, N64 Frappe Snowland, in my personal opinion, it works great on DS, and it should stay on DS. They should definitely bring it back in other Mario Karts, like they did with Choco Mountain. But in DS, it works great, so it should stay there. Now, as I've stated before, a Bowser Castle track should be the calm before the storm, the last track before Rainbow Road. So I think Game Boy Advance Bowser Castle 2 in this placement doesn't work for me, because you don't unlock the Banana Cup, you get it right away. So essentially you get access to a Bowser Castle right away. I know you get access to Bowser Castle right away in 64 and in 8 Deluxe and the booster course pass. But, oh yeah, and World. But that, like, in 64 it's the track before Rainbow Road. In 8 Deluxe, the Special Cup, it's the last track before Rainbow Road. In the Booster Course Pass, SNES Bowser Castle 3 is the track before Wii Rainbow Road. And in World, it's the last track before the Special Cup, and that's fine. The third track of the Banana Cup, even how it's easy, I don't think it should be in the Banana Cup. So we're going to replace this with Boo Lake. Now, Boo Lake is early enough in the game where, like, it's fine in the Banana Cup. It is challenging enough as well. not the most challenging Super Circuit track in my opinion, but it is challenging enough to be in the Banana Cup. So here we go. GBA Boo Lake. Moving on. Oh. GameCube Baby Park. No, we're not keeping this in. And actually, I've got a good track we could replace it with. GameCube Mario Circuit. Now, it was a scrapped track from DS. It was in the beta. So why not have it here? Replace Baby Park with it. I think it would be a great last track for the Banana Cup and the last track of the retro cup that you get from the get-go, in my opinion. So yeah, get Baby Park out of DS. So here we have the Leaf Cup. Now, it's not bad. It's not absolutely horrendous like the Banana Cup and the Lightning Cup. But it needs changing. It needs changing. So, let's change it. Let's fix up the Leaf Cup. Now, we're going to do something different here. So, in Mario Kart DS, the retro tracks are in chronological order when they're released. So, the first track of the cup is a SNES track. Then you go down to N64, then GBA, then GameCube. So, we're going to do something differently here. You will see why when we get onto the Lightning Cup, why I'm doing this. So we're going to have GameCube, N64, GBA, and lastly, SNES. I think you already know why I'm doing this. Yeah, so, GameCube. Starting things off, we should definitely move Yoshi Circuit to the Leaf Cup. I have absolutely no idea why this was the last track of DS as a whole. Sure, you can argue, yeah, technically it's Rainbow Road, but you normally go Nitro, then Retro. And Yoshi Circuit being the last track, yeah, they couldn't have GameCube's Rainbow Road, but Yoshi Circuit, a circuit as the last track. Yeah, no, not happening, not happening. So we are going to move Yoshi Circuit here because I think it works fine in DS, but we should not have it as the last track of DS and move it here instead. Now N64 Choco Mountain, like Frappe Snowland, I think it should stay here. Yeah, in my opinion, the N64 tracks in DS are perfect. They are perfect.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
In DS, I really wouldn't change them, except of course Moo Moo Farm, which I did change to Luigi Raceway. Other than that, the N64 tracks should definitely stay how they are. In my opinion, they're great in DS. They work great. They're not demade, really, like the others. There's no stinkers amongst them, other than Moo Moo Farm. But that's not absolutely horrendous compared to like Choco Island 2. So yeah, from Frappe Snowland, Choco Mountain and Banshee Boardwalk we are keeping. No change there. Moving on. Now GBA Luigi Circuit is a great track. I would keep it, however, I do only want one Luigi track as a retro track in this new version of DS, because I like Luigi Circuit, GameCube Luigi Circuit, and Game Boy Advance Luigi Circuit, but I don't really want 3 tracks to be Luigi tracks, so we're gonna replace this with Ribbon Road. Now, it probably wouldn't be as good as what we got in 8 Deluxe. However, I think Ribbon Road would be great in DS. Like, you could add all sorts to it, like some bumps here and there. They wouldn't do that, let's be real, this is Mario Kart DS, not Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or World. However, Ribbon Road, in my opinion, would be nice in DS. If we are to replace Game Boy Advance Luigi Circuit, like I said, marvelous track, love it. However, I do only want one Luigi track, and if I wanted to pick a GBA track from the later tracks of Super Circuit, Ribbon Road, definitely. Now, we already have SNES Cooper Beach 1, so I think we should replace it with Vanilla Lake 2. My bad, I nearly said Vanilla Lake 1, but no, Vanilla Lake 2 is the harder one. But yeah, you probably won't agree with me on this. Vanilla Lake is bad, but it's a SNES track, and they do tend to be quite bland and awful. no, Super Mario Kart fandom, please don't attack me, but compared to like Double Dash, 64, Wii, all that, they're not very good. My opinion, don't attack me please, but Vanilla Lake 2, it would work great as the calm before the storm for the Lightning Cup. So yeah, Vanilla Lake 2 is going here. Now moving on to the final Retro Cup in Mario Kart DS, the Hassan Piker Cup, the Lightning Cup. And yeah, it's quite...
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
It's not very good, is it? Especially with Choco Island 2. In my opinion, the worst track in all of Mario Kart DS. And starts with a horrible track, it's got a good track, another good track, unfortunate, has to go. Ends with a weird track, Yoshi Circuit, which I already moved to the Leaf Cup. So yeah, let's sort all this mumbo jumbo out, and especially get rid of Choco Island 2. For God's sakes, man, get this track away. Now, skipping the N64, because I said in the Leaf Cup that other than Moo Farm, I'm keeping them all. So, straight on to the GBA, Bowser Castle 3. Bowser Castle 3, yeah. Now, it is harder than Bowser Castle 2. And in my personal opinion, it's my favourite of the Bowser Castles. I loved it in Wii. So, Bowser Castle 3 in DS, let's go. And it also mirrors DS's Bowser Castle in a way, because like it's the calm before the storm for the Nitro track, and it's also that here as well. So, let's go. Bowser Castle 3 as the second to last track of Mario Kart DS. Now, I made the SNES tracks, the last tracks for the Leaf Cup and the Lightning Cup. GBA Bowser Castle 3 is the second to last track. I think you all know where this is going. SNES Rainbow Road. Yes, SNES Rainbow Road, the last track of Mario Kart DS. Now, I do like that they are remaking Rainbow Roads as of Mario Kart 7, though they didn't do that in World because of the World. But I think they should have done it in DS, And SNES Rainbow Road, I mean, GameCube Rainbow Road, you'd have to demake it. Game Boy Advance Rainbow Road, I mean, I don't like it that much. Sorry, Super Circuit fans, I just don't like its Rainbow Road that much. And N64 Rainbow Road would probably be too big for DS. They had to chop it up in sections in 8, which that didn't exist in DS, so they probably couldn't do it. So that leaves SNES Rainbow Road. It's not that technologically advanced that you'd have to demake it. You could have the Rainbow Thwomps in there. And in my opinion, it would be a great final track for DS. Unless you count its Rainbow Road as the last track, which I tend to not, because you go Nitro, then Retro. So yeah, I think it would end, yes, SNES Rainbow Road is quite a bland course. You have to remember, this is the first time you've had retro tracks, and it's on the DS. So SNES Rainbow Road would be a great final track for DS, and a great final track to end the introduction of retro tracks in DS. Now, here it is, the entire track list for this new revamped Mario Kart DS. What do you think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And let me know what Mario Kart games retro tracks you want me to tinker about with next. Probably be Wii's, because like DS, I think there are some stinkers in there. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.